Gonna wait a couple seconds to see if anyone pops in on here. Here's the kids practicing football. Yeah, I'm out in my garage. So what's up, man? We're gonna talk about due diligence. Due diligence. Do your homework. You know, it's our responsibility to understand things. You know, our laws, our uh, medical science, our science, and it's your responsibility to do due diligence. Do your homework. Look into things. It doesn't seem like many people do that very much anymore. You know, it's like pretty sad. I woke up today feeling sad for the state of our what we're all in. You know, it's like a planet of we're in the zombie apocalypse for real. I mean, come on. I mean, geez, oh man. I mean, families just like don't stick up for each other. Uh, People just don't do the right thing, man. They just don't understand what common sense is. Like, I don't know. It's just a sad state. We need to change all that stuff. We need to fix it. The only way to fix it is to talk about things that are difficult. Most people don't want to do that. And it's sad. To me, it's sad that nobody wants to fucking talk about things, that are hard. They get scared, Like, I'm shocked at how many people don't know their body. I'm shocked how many people uh, don't know what the sun can do to you. Like ultraviolet radiation, for instance. In my area, it's been a 9 and a 10 every single day. Now that's extreme ultraviolet radiation. You get skin cancer from it, man. Later on in life, if you don't take care of these things, it's just we need to know these things. And when someone tries to tell you about it, don't believe what they say. Look into it. Look, do your due diligence. Do your homework. You know, it's something I realized that I didn't. It hit me yesterday, and I look into things a lot, especially the government and how crap's working. Is that, and it's a scary thing. A scary scenario is that if Joe Biden is not to take dies or they take him out or whatever the hell, guess who we get? Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi. That's scary. I mean, how many of you people realize that we're at the brink of war, nuclear freaking war? I mean, New York has got an advertisement telling you how to protect yourself if they nuke New York. Man, this ain't the world we want to live in. We need to fix this crap, and the only way to fix it is to talk about things and to uh, understand what's real. And I know that's difficult because, shit, I mean, I feel like the system has a weapon against us. Uh, uh, Messing with our behaviors. Let me tell you, I'm no good at making these things either, man. I'm just winging it. I have no notes, no nothing. I'm just going to speak with what's on my mind. And so far, all I see is uh, families not cooperating with each other, uh, uh, people being rotten and mean. I mean, I don't know. It's just a different world. I can't even believe that I'm sitting here talking about this junk. It's stupid. We need to fix this shit. The only way we're gonna do it is talking about it, man. And being behind these fucking stupid screens is stupid. I've reached out to a few of you too, like this. I won't mention them, but they don't email you back. They're too good for you now. Hey, whatever. It's cool. I get it. Maybe it's artificial intelligence. I'm not even sure anymore. This whole YouTube thing is like used to be cool, but huh, they're only putting certain information on here, man. That's for sure. And the only way we're going to learn about things is through each other, like with these live videos and you know, try to decipher what the hell's real anymore. I know, uh, for me, it's been chaos. Try to, you try to go and do the right thing and live with morals and common sense, a little bit of logic, a little bit of reason. Man, is that getting hard to do? I don't know if I can do it much more anymore. Yep, I mean, it's like, I know a few things, man. I study hard. I did my due diligence, man. So when I won't go to teach my friends or people that, you know, don't understand things like uh, uh, I'm shocked that these kids are over there practicing football, although it is before 10. I mean, if they're out there at noon, I'm definitely going to go over there and tell them, hey, what the hell's wrong with you guys? They taught us about ultraviolet radiation when you're very young. You can't be in it, man. If you got light skin like this, you can't be in the sun when it's at 9. Okay? You'll get skin cancer. It's a fact. Yeah. Skin cancer, it's not very nice, neither. You know? Hopefully you don't get it on your face, where, you know, big things on your face because you didn't pay attention and you went out to the beach or you're out in the sunshine when ultraviolet radiation's at a 9 or a 10. I'm 54 years old and I've never seen ultraviolet radiation much past 6. Well, it's a 9 and a 10 this summer, you guys. Up high. Oh, train going by. Sorry about that. Nothing I can do about that, John. Yep. So, how many of y'all can hear this crap? Probably can't hear it. I don't have a mic. All my stuff is at my microphone and stuff is at my apartment down the road, and I'm sitting in my friend's garage and talking to you guys. And I can't understand why nobody knows anything. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Some of these things we were taught when we were young kids, man. You should know about your immune system. You should know these things, man. You should know things about the sun that, that's not good for you. I call them invisible poison traps. They're everywhere. If you don't know about it, you can't see it, so you're liable to walk into one of the invisible poison pits. But if you know about the invisible poison pits, guess what? Now you won't walk into the thing, even if though you can't see it. Like, let me give you, for instance, ultraviolet radiation is invisible. You can't see it, okay? But you know it's there, okay? Because it affects your skin, your cells. You should know about your immune system so you don't get sick, catch colds. You should know about everything about your body, how it works. You should know the names of things, and so that when you make a doctor's appointment, you can go in there and tell them about your body, because he don't or she don't know. When you're in the doctor, when you don't feel good, you go to your doctor and you tell him a few things. He ain't looking inside your body. You got to know these things so that you can tell him. All my people my age, that I see around there, some of them are sick. The ones that are sick is because they're taking prescription medication. Uh, Psychotic medication, pretty much, it seems like, it looks like, making these people sick and goofy. Sad. Doctors are not your friends. They're just not. I mean, these days, the only time you go to a doctor if you break your leg or you get a gash and you need stitched up, because these guys, they don't know, okay? Like, I'll give you, for instance, when I go to a doctor, I ask them a couple questions. If they don't fucking know it, then I'm out of there. Okay, they got to know what the first layer of our body's immune system, what's the first layer of protection your body's immune system has. The first layer is your freaking skin. It's a simple question, okay? If they can't answer that, then I'm out of there. If they can't tell me how many chromosomes our body has, I'm out of there, okay? Go in and ask a doctor, hey, doc, I don't feel good, but, before you work on me, I got to ask you a couple questions. And ask them. If they can't answer it, then you're out of there. Anywho, Uh, yeah, same with the police. I do that to them too. Other night I was walking to the store, get a it was nice out, so walk up to the store to get a Polar Pop, and this cop he shines his light on me, hits me with the light. Hey, buddy. So I walk over there. He goes, "Can I see your ID?" I said, "Sure, you can see my ID, but you're going to answer a couple questions for me. If you can answer them, I'll hand it right over to you." So the first thing I ask him is, uh, "What's the first layer of your immune systems? What's the first defense of your body's immune system?" They can't answer that. Then I move on to the next one. What's Earth's magnetic field? They look at you like. Then I nail him. I bust into the cops. I hit him right there. Boom, with a 30-minute science lesson. I hand them my ID, of course, but then I make them stand for my 30 or 40-minute science lesson that they're going to understand and know. You know, then now that every time these guys see me, they run. They don't want to get a science lesson, so they see me and they take off. You know, that's how the state of our world is. I told this one cop, I go, "What's Earth's magnetic field?" And he couldn't answer me. Right? So here, our country's under a threat of EMPs, nuclear war, anything that could cut our electricity grid. The sun might poop off a freaking solar flare, like the Carrington event, and goodbye electric. Nobody gets to eat, okay? Because you're all used to going to the grocery store. Anyway, uh, so I asked this cop, I go, "What's Earth's magnetic field?" And he couldn't answer me, man. I busted into him, so I'm going to tell you. You don't know what the hell Earth's magnetic field is, so if the electric grid goes down, how are you going to find my granddaughters if they get lost and I got to depend on you? Because you're not going to know how to use your compass, you moron. When I come back, you better know what the hell the magnetic field is. Anyway, I think that's important, man. We should question these people, all of them. I mean, especially politicians. I can't believe, I watched this, I was shocked at this circuit judge. She was asked the question, "What's the difference between a male and a female?" And the lady, and this judge, Supreme Court judge, she goes, uh, I'm not a biologist." You don't have to be a frickin' biologist to know the answer to that question, you moron. She just didn't want to take the heat. She didn't want to take the heat, right? If she answered the question, it would have been simple. Anybody could have answered that, you know? Yeah. Women have XY chromosomes, men have X. Let's see, two sets of 24 chromosomes each, male, female. Male testosterone, females estrogen. Let's see, women can have a baby, males cannot. You know, that's a whole goofy freaking subject. I mean, I can't even believe this shit's going on. It's because I'm gonna tell you, this is why. I'm gonna spit it right out. I don't give a crap what YouTube or what. The thing it is, okay, the moon landing. I used to think that was all fake because how these guys acted. Because if I landed on the moon and they were interviewing me, I'd be like, "Ah, I just walked on the fucking moon, man." And I'd sit there like, right? Well, you think about it. The guys they sent up there were a geologist, a paleontologist, a doctor, and let's see, Buzz Aldrin. He understood about uh, radioactivity and isotopes and what that stuff would do. And so they went up there. The moon landing happened because when they brought evidence back, let's see, by 1970, 73 or 4, they figured out already our sun takes a poop. All right, we know this from the Carrington event, 1859, that the sun poops out some big flares once in a while. It's life. It's cycle of life. The only thing of it is nobody knows. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that uh, the elites, the people with the money or the whatever, they realize that our sun does something here in the solar cycle they call a Gleisberg cycle. Uh, it's a long period of time where the sun maybe goes quiet with no sunspots, and it wakes up and poops a big flare, and poof, it could be the end of everything, you know. Well, I think that these idiots think that this is going to happen, and they started dumbing us all down by screwing up our educations and making us not look certain places like at this what the sun does, or they didn't, or the magnetic field, or anything buried below the surface, you know. So I mean, they really screwed us up, man. I mean, these people, either it's evil and God and the devil, or you know, and we're in them times. Or, I mean, I really believe in God, that's for sure. But anyway, things are screwed up, man. We need to do our due diligence. Why I'm making this video, I don't know. I felt I needed to, because, you know, shit's hitting the fan, and I realized that about Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi. The Democrats, they really knew what the heck they were doing to screw things up and get their power and all that jazz, right? Yeah, they knew what they were doing. No one's paying attention. Yeah, no one is paying attention. Not very many. It's a shocker when I ask somebody what Earth's magnetic field is, and I've asked a shitload of people what it is. And there is not very many people that can tell me what that is, especially the younger kids. I mean, it's shocking. You know, it's just shocking. Like our football team when I went to high school over here across the way. Uh, if the ultraviolet radiation was a 6, they canceled practice. You didn't go to football practice. They waited until evening time. Yesterday here in my town, the ultraviolet radiation from the sun was fluctuating between a 9 and a 10. Okay, these young kids are out there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the midst of it. It's not good. You can only be in that sunshine for a couple minutes before you're burnt. Even people with the tan, I just don't. It's just bad, you know. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, life is pretty hard, man. It's coming up and down, and the only thing we can do is pray, I guess, and talk about things that are difficult. You know, it's like people around me. You start talking about things that are happening, and they just don't want to freaking hear it. They just rather be in the dark, you know. So I look at it as I'm training my mind so that if something bad does happen, I won't panic. I'll be prepared, you know, at least in my head, not to panic. I'll know what to do. Most of these people that don't want to talk about it when something disastrous happens, they're going to panic. They ain't going to know what to do. They haven't thought about nothing. I mean, it's sad. Freaking sad. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, uh, the cell phone tower. They're not cell phone towers. Come on, give me a break, people. They're just not. You know, that's Tesla. That Nikola Tesla. Read his work, and then you'll see what they can do with these things. I mean, it's quite scary if you ask me. And it's hard to convince me anymore that people are not being mind fucked by whatever they're doing to us. I mean, whoever they are, oligarchs, I call them, rich people, people that set this crap up, people like the Vatican. Oh, do the history on that one, you'll be shocked. You know, do the history on the Vatican. See what that shit's all about. It's stupid. Yeah, do the history on World War II and the end of it. Do the history of what this is what people don't understand is that we set off a nuclear bomb in 1944 or 45 in out in I think it was New Mexico. Or Utah, I can't remember, one of them two. But anyway, they set off the bomb. When they did that test, it turned the dirt to these little glass beads called tektites. Okay? Now, before all that, the geologists and the people who dig in the dirt, and paleontologists and other science people digging in the dirt, finding animal bone, the dirt layer, ash layer underneath that of bones, and then they come up with these little glass beads. Since since the 1800s or whatever, they just didn't know what the heck these things were. The little glass beads they're finding under the dirt layer with the bones of animals. So when they set the bomb off in 1945, it the heat from that blast turned the dirt to these little glass beads. Man, it was so then they knew right then and there when they set that bomb off, and it turned the dirt to these glass beads they're finding under the dirt layer. That's when the moon mission came in. They had to go up there to find out whether the moon was turned to glass or not. Yeah, they dumbed us down, you guys, man. Start doing some homework. Don't be blind to this shit. It's just, it's crazy, crazy. Uh, you know, Everything is just, to me, it seems out of place. Like I want to go back to Earth. Send me back to Earth. Yeah. Oh, the particle collider. Huh. July 5th. Supposedly that thing's been running since then. So that's what. Well, I don't know what the date is, but it's been a couple weeks now at 13.6 tera electron volts. Can anyone tell me what a tera electron volt is? I don't know what it is. And I know what electricity is, and I can't tell you what a tera electron volt is. I think it means trillion, to be honest with you. 13.6 trillion electron volts. So that's what I think that means. The trillion electron volts. Anyway, what they could do with that thing is beyond insane. I mean, I don't know. High-powered magnets that are bigger than your house. These magnets that they use, that they super cool to 277 degrees below zero. That's absolute zero. That's at the point where all molecules stop moving in atoms. Everything stops moving at that temperature. So, you got to ask yourself, what are these people doing with that machine? And I'll tell you, when I looked at their interview, the Large Hadron Collider, they lied. They didn't give us MRIs. NASA gave us MRIs. They didn't give us X-rays. NASA gave us X-rays long before that thing was operational. What else did they say they gave us? A bunch of shit that they lied about. They didn't give us none of that crap. NASA gave us just about everything that we use, our cell phones, screw guns, lithium batteries so that they could use drills, lots of medical stuff because they needed to know, they gave us eye stuff, eye tools that eye doctors can look at your eyes better. They gave us X-rays, MRIs, magnetic resonance imagery. By the way, you should look into that, how it works. It's interesting. Yeah, an MRI, it's actually it splits the water molecule in your body, and then when they shoot the dye in you, the dye collects your cells, and then it's the water molecule, so that they get a better image with the splitting of the water molecule in your body. Which, by the way, if you think about it, about God and its design and all that shit, think about it. 70% of the planet is covered in water, okay? Well, you have 70% water in your body, okay? Water, scientifically fact now, can remember frequencies. And this bottle of water, if we shoot a C note at it and put it away for 2 weeks, I can come back with an oscilloscope and read the frequency that's coming out of this water, off this water, that will read the exact C note. The guy who gave us the what HIV is, I can't pronounce his name, some French guy, but he died. And he spent 15 years on that experiment, proving that water can remember frequency and vibrations, all that jazz. And your body's full of it. Okay, you know, your body's nervous system. It's called synapses. Okay, synapses and receptors. It's not that hard to understand. It's really sort of, it's a little bit to look at, but it ain't that hard. It's really simple, stupid. Your body's an electric, chemical electric system. It's got several different parts. It's electricity and you know chemical electricity where the chemicals in our body they mix together and it causes electrical current. And you get that from your food. Like a certain potassium. The potassium it has a negative. I think it has a negative atom, and then some proteins. It has a positive charge, and these things move around and cause electricity. But every move you make, there's an electrical current running through your body. So my point with all that stuff is knowing that stuff is quite important because the technology that we have, I mean, I never would have expected it to grow this much, but we're surrounded by some new invisible poison pits that you can't see. But if you know they're there, perhaps that you can do things to not walk into them and get yourself a cancer or a tumor or lung cancer or all this other shit that people get. My mother died of cancer in 1985, and I've been studying that type of stuff ever since. What caused my mother's cancer? I know what it was. It was the environment. Our environment's what's causing these things. Uh, 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 Barium and aluminum in our water and fluoride from these idiots spraying the skies, tic-tac-toe. And that's you can't tell me that airplanes did that. That's horse shit. My brain is good. You can't tell me that a jet would fly across the sky and leave a big smoke trail across the whole fucking sky. That's not normal, okay? It's not friggin' normal. Testing the dirt and water around here, yeah, there's aluminum in our dirt. There's aluminum in our water. There's fluoride in our water. Fluoride's shitty for you. Terrible. Yeah, fucked up shit. My uncle, he had a heart attack, and they prescribed him this medicine that they very well fucking know it's not good for you, and it just causes problems. And they prescribe this shit to him, and it makes you sicker, right? It's all fucking con, man. Con. When you go to a doctor or any of this stuff, you better start knowing stuff so you can ask them questions, because I have a feeling it's going to get even fucking weirder. All right? These cell phone towers and this technology that they said would make our phones work good and even better, well, I'll tell you, my internet stinks, man. And we got the best. It's not any better than it was. I mean, I believe that this technology is at its infancy as far as like what they originally intend to do with this crap. These rich, greedy assholes. Yeah, this technology is in its infancy. I think that they're experimenting with it. They're able to control our thoughts, our behaviors in undesirable freaking ways. That it hit me during when we were down in lockdown, because as far as the cell phone towers, things that some people were talking about, very few people were talking about, but some are. Thank God, somebody else recognizes it besides me. While we were all on lockdown, see, we had one of these phone towers over here by our high school and by our human resource center. They put that up a few years back to get everybody used to looking at these things, one of them at least. And then as we were locked down at 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, while all you people were sleeping, me and my girl were out riding around looking at things. Guess what? Who was out? Alltel, Verizon, all the other fucking stupid ones that rip you off with your cell phone bill. Okay, these phones are weapons. Okay, the cell towers are weapons. Frequencies can change your thoughts. I mean, they can do it. They've been experimenting with this shit since 1945 or somewhere in that period. Long time. Mind control. I used to think it was tin hat shit, but yeah, the past 4 or 5 years, I don't think it's tin hat shit anymore. I mean, you know, yeah, they're going to land something at the Vatican. I bet you something's going to land there. And they're going to tell us all that unicorns are flying around now. Everyone will be believing that. Oh, geez, I just seen a unicorn. That's how stupid fucking shit's getting, and I'm pissed off about it, man. I'll tell you what. You know, reaching out to these people that say that they're godly, they're fucking full of shit. I'm starting to think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they are because you reach out to them, and you try to tell them, hey, I got some, you know, some evidence, man. I've been doing my due diligence and using my phone and my cameras to take pictures of weird stuff that I think are funny and not normal. Yeah, I want to share my evidence because that's the only way we're gonna fix stuff is if we correlate our evidence together. People who are paying fucking attention, sending us people an email, they don't respond back to you because they're just out there to suck your fucking money off this stupid thing. It pisses me off. Don't use God to do it, man. All right. You know who I'm talking about too, because I sent you a freaking email. You don't send it back, man. I just want to send you my evidence. That's all. My research, my homework, my due diligence, so to speak. All right, because I do believe in God. Okay, I think that God reaches out to some people to, for whatever reason, He picked me. Okay, to look into this crap. I don't know why, but He did. I think. You know, and reach out to try to share that stuff with the people I think that, oh man, this guy seems real on here. Well, that ain't real because they don't respond. Stupid. Yeah, we ain't never going to get nothing done if we don't share our research and put our evidence together. Yep. I see that there's one person watching. I have no idea who the hell it is. I really don't care. Hopefully you get something out of it, man. Due diligence. Do your homework. Look into things. Take pictures. Understand what these cell phone towers are because I think that they're really fucking with us, man. They are doing it like extreme, man. All right. What you know, it just it's very difficult to put it all together, but you can just tell. You can look at the freaking clouds when they turn the thing on. Frequencies make waves. Okay, you can look at the frequency experiment right here on YouTube and see what these things do when they shoot a sound at a plate and the designs or the geometry that these things make. You know, the waveforms and what it does to water and you know, ice crystals and uh, sounds that are unpleasant, making an ice crystal freeze in an ugly form. It sounds pretty, and the ice crystal freezes really pretty looking. Make sense of that. Just remember, your body's 70% water. Okay? Your brain neurons throughout your body called synapses. You can look up a little study just to know about it, man. Just to understand how your body works and how it generates electricity. But having said that, just remember I wing this right here. I'm not. It's just off the whatever's bothering me, man. That I see going on. Hopefully, hopefully we won't be stuck with Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi, because if that happens, you might as well put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye, because that's fucking it. They're nuts. These people were whacked. It doesn't even make sense. I feel like I'm watching some 1960s cartoon or some shit. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully the world gets back on track. Wishful thinking, right? Anyway, good day. No idea how to shut the fucking thing off.